Howdy, Facebook family. How are you today? I am Bess McCarty, coach for network marketers, also called the shrink of MLM. And today I want to tell you a story, or share with you a story, my red key story. I'll show you. I got this in the mail the other day, and I cried again when I got it, just like when I ordered it. And it is The Red Key Revolution by Jordan Kemper. Tell you the story, what the red key is, and how I came to find it. It was about a week ago that I was feeling very, I hope this is recording fine. It says low connection network. Hope this is coming across okay. Anyway, I'll go ahead. So it was a few weeks ago. Hello, Bridget. Welcome. Oh, and if you're watching the replay, I'd love if you type in replay so that I can thank you for that, and also love to hear where you're from. So hello, Marcus. Welcome. How are you today? Thank you, everybody, for jumping on. I appreciate the likes and loves and your comments and your hellos. Hello, Ignacio. Welcome, everybody. So my red key story. About a week ago, I was feeling weird. Not feeling good. Feeling like holding back some way. I'm kind of being stingy with life. I'm not being as fully engaged as I have been before. I didn't know quite what, but it's like I was just avoiding fully giving of myself, like I have before, and I wasn't quite sure why. Welcome, Todd. Everybody. Thank you for jumping on, and wonderful to see you. So I felt like something was missing, and it didn't feel good. Like I was hanging back somehow, kind of holding back, holding on, not really fully engaging with my work, my relationships, my spirituality, and just felt like I was kind of like getting by. Have you ever felt like that? Maybe I felt like that for longer periods of time than this, but it didn't feel good. It didn't feel rewarding. I didn't quite know how to help it, so I just asked for help. Inwardly, I asked for help. And within 30 minutes, I was on my phone. I found myself watching a video that Richard Blissbrook was doing an interview with Jordan Kemper, who wrote this book, The Red Key Revolution. And for some reason, I just felt guided to watch that. And it was my answer to what I had been asking for. So I'll tell you the story. Richard says to Jordan, well, what is the red key? And he said, well, this all started... Jordan, he's about in his early 30s right now. And he said, this all started when I was 13. And the pastor in our church rounded up about 120 of us 13-year-olds to sit us down and have a talk about sexual choices to 13-year-olds whose hormones are all raging. So he was talking with them about the benefits of waiting until marriage. And Jordan, it didn't sound easy, but Jordan liked the challenge. And he accepted the challenge. The pastor gave the boys that day each a red key, which is just an ordinary Ace hardware key dipped in red paint. And he gave them that to symbolize their commitment to their own challenge. Well, Jordan grew up, dated, but he waited. And the way he did that is he envisioned her walking down the aisle, his mate, his wife in the future. He imagined her walking down. He'd be waiting at the altar, and she would be walking up the altar to him. And he imagined being able to tell her that he waited and tell her father that he waited. So this was so great to him that he actually achieved it. Hello, Darlene. Welcome. And Ignacio says, every day, no matter how great my days are, I always feel like I haven't done enough. Yep. And yet I know when, thank you for that, Ignacio. I always want to do more too. And I think, could I have done any more? Yeah. Could I have, not been distracted by this YouTube, and could I have helped somebody that I wouldn't have if I wouldn't have, like, oh, just let me do this. That can wait, So those are ways that I hold back or get distracted or waste time, like there's an infinite supply. And there is, but there's only a finite number of minutes that I have in my life. And how am I going to use them? And at the end of my life is, will I be happy with my choices? Hello, Mike. Welcome. So glad you're here. I'd love to hear where everybody's from, and love to hear any comments you have along the topic along the lines of this topic too. Mike, did you get to GoPro? I missed seeing you and everybody there, but I was traveling and speaking and needed elsewhere. So I really missed going to Rory's GoPro Recruiting Mastery, where I met Mike Limmer last year. So there is a story about the man, who was he? The man that helped the Jewish prisoners escape from Auschwitz and escape death. And I forget how many he helped, but in the end he said, I could have done more, I could have done more. You know, helped hundreds of people to get out and save their lives. But in the end he goes, I could have done more. I could have sold this or that trinket and afforded to get more people free. And he was regretting that he hadn't done more. So hello, Jojo, and hello, Nellie. Thank you for jumping on, everybody. And Mike didn't make it either. Well, I didn't miss you then. Maybe next time, huh? We can see each other. So thank you for all you do, Mike, and everyone on here. So back to Jordan's story. So he waited, and on their wedding night, he gave her the red key and told her what it signified. And he said the look on her face was priceless. That he waited for her, for those just jumping on. So I thought, how much discipline does this 13-year-old boy have? And he was 29 when he met her and 31 when they married. So that's like 18 years that he held that discipline and that challenge for himself. And that's what the red key meant for him. Hello, Benjamin. And Jojo Mai is watching from Gold Coast in Australia. Awesome. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. So that was Jordan's red key story, which means the commitment we make to ourselves, the discipline to choose something that we want the more over something we want in the moment. So there's a bunch of lessons I got out of it, but that was one of them. To choose self-discipline or freedom of that, is to choose what I want more than what I want in the moment. So that's what he got from that, but he's taking it a step further. He is teaching significance, to go for significance, not just success. Success could be what we want in the moment, you know, but significant could be something that we'll be much happier with in the long run. So he defines success as working for oneself and significance as serving others. And that will be the greater reward that we get in the long run. And that will feel better to us. And I thought, aha, that's what I was missing. That's why I was feeling weird, like I was holding back and not quite happy, not fully engaged, like you're sort of watching life go by, but you're not really in it. That's what it was. That was the key. And I had committed to significance before in service to life, but I guess there's always the next step. I know there's always the next step. So what I did is I recommitted again to myself right then, and instantly that shifted out of that weird, bad feeling that I had that didn't feel good, where I was holding back from that total commitment to significance, to serving others. Now, there is a way that Ignacio used to be ridiculously obsessed with football religiously. It distracted me for years. So in the last couple of years, I completely cut off sports because building an empire for my wife and me, and both their parents are helping others to do the same, is more important and valuable than sports or any distractions. I've heard other people say that too. My partner in business, Jeffrey David Gamble, said he gave up soccer in order to do a bigger thing that he wanted. He gave up something he wanted in the moment to do something bigger. Not that exercise isn't good. We learn a lot from sports and all that, but it's a choice. So thank you for that, Ignacio, and welcome, Stephanie. And Mike's going to read the Red Key too. Okay, he's going to read this book, The Red Key Revolution. I just got it. I just skimmed through it. It looks really, really good. It looks like he has a lot of stories in here, so I really look forward. Mike, I have another friend reading it too. How about if once we read it, we check in with each other and kind of compare notes and see what we got from it? Would you like to do that with me? I'd love that. Or anybody else reading the Red Key Revolution, Jordan Kemper, is what we're talking about today. So this is my Red Key story, and welcome, Joe. Love to hear where everybody's from, And Ignacio says, I'll definitely get it. I know it all takes time, but some things you just get guided to do. Okay, yes, Mike, thanks. Thanks, Mike. That'll be fun to do with you. Awesome. Never know what you're going to get on here, huh? Okay, so one other thing I got from his interview, and welcome, Heidi, when he was talking with Richard Blissbrook. He said, you might have heard that marshmallow story years back where they did this experiment. They put a marshmallow in front of a child and say, okay, I'm going to leave. If I come back 5 minutes later, that marshmallow's here, you get 2 of them. So this was an experiment in delayed gratification to see how mature the child was if he could wait. Well, a few of the kids did wait. They tracked their success. 20 years later, they found out that the kids were like all the ones who had waited were successful people because they could choose what they wanted more than what they wanted at the moment. And that because they were able to have that discipline of delayed gratification, they went on to become very successful in all sorts of big careers in their life. So, but Jordan says, yeah, why don't we take it a step further? What if we tell those kids, here's marshmallow, I'm going to come back in 5 minutes. So that marshmallow's here, you get this one, and I'll give you another one to give to someone else. How many kids do you think would go for that significance? Yes, a few delayed gratification, that was a step over maturity, right? Over immature thinking for kids. But how many kids do you think would have chosen, yes, I'll wait so that someone else can have it? That is the difference between success and significance. I thought that was a brilliant way to take this to the next step. Thank you so much for all the likes and loves, you guys. I really appreciate it. Denise says, yes. And welcome, Heidi. Denise, I remember that experiment. Yeah, we're taking it a step further now. I'll definitely put this book on my reading list. Cool, Darlene. Anybody that wants to let me know what they think of it, I'd love to compare notes. So Greg Ellen, welcome. Welcome. That's amazing. And Jojo shared. Oh, thank you, Jojo, for sharing with other people. I would love to reach as many people as I can. And I do have a message at the end. So that was the marshmallow story. By that time, I was crying because I had shifted from the pain of holding back and not quite knowing why into that significance. I thought, that's what I've been missing, of course. And I've done this before, I've surrendered before, but I think that, you know, there's something about each time we do it, it might be at a higher level than before. So I don't think I was slipping back. I think that it was time for me. I had hit a ceiling. It was time for me to commit to my next level of service to people that are counting on me to bring only what I can bring. I'm a unique person, and you are too. There's stuff that you bring to the table and to the world, the gift that is you that no one else brings. If you hold back, if I hold back, the world doesn't get it. It doesn't get it from somebody else. It just doesn't get it, period. That gift of who you are. Whereas we're like a snowflake, nobody else is like us. And what we give to the world, the gifts, the talents, abilities, the unique combination of us that we give to the world, nobody else can bring it. We have to bring it, or it doesn't get brung. And then we get to the end of our life and say, am I happy with how I live my life? Or do I have regrets? I want to be happy at the end of my life. But I have to keep catching myself because I'm human, and there's an old laziness and a sleepiness and a put things offness that I think, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. You know, it seems like I have infinite tomorrows, but I don't. I don't. So, hey, Lucy, welcome. And everybody that's here, so glad to see you. Thanks for jumping on. Maybe you can relate to this. This is a pretty big message. At least it makes a difference between heaven and hell for me. Between happiness and really living a full life versus holding back. So I cried, and I ordered the book as my commitment to myself to read it, and I ordered a red key along with it, which is a little bit extra. Comes in, here's my red key. Anyway, here's my red key. And if you can see it, it says, unlock significance. It might be backward, but unlock significance. I thought that was brilliant. I think that the key is red to signify the heart. And I think that it is cut differently. A key is cut differently, isn't it, for each person, to signify each of our own unique abilities and talents that we bring to the table. So I envisioned part of my crying and committing to myself. I know when I reach a breakthrough, I cry. That's how I know when I reach a breakthrough. And a lot of times when I work with students and clients, that's how I know. that someone has shifted, they've changed, they've had a breakthrough. I cry, and they cry. I cry with them a lot of times when I work with people as a body-mind therapist. So I did a spiritual exercise where I envisioned my spiritual guide cutting my own unique key for me and saying, go out and give your gifts to the world and I'll help you. It will not be easy, but I will help you. I will be there and I will give you the tools, the support, the ways, and the means to do the mission that you are here to do. And yeah, it'll be work, but that's how we get muscle. That's how we get spiritual and personal growth muscle, isn't it? So the key came in this little pouch, and it came with a little card, which I'd like to read to you because it just says it in a nutshell. Welcome to the revolution. Revolution means a turnaround, a breakthrough. Live a life that inspires, one that redeems, one that impacts, and one that lives on long after you're gone. That's a legacy, you guys. Make the commitment. I'm reading the back of it now. Reading the back of this little card right now that came in the pouch with the key. Glad I ordered the key. Make the commitment. Living a life of significance is about making choices on behalf of others. Whose life do you want to impact? What commitment can you make today that will better their life tomorrow? Keep this key safe. Let it serve as a North Star, a constant reminder of the sacrifices that lie ahead and your commitment to make the decisions as if someone is always counting on you, because someone always is. And now I just got chills and tears again. Who's counting on you? I want to be here for my son, and if he has kids, the rest of my family, I want to be here for them. I commit to be here for my students and clients who need to have breakthroughs, who are stuck. I have a lot of skills, 30 years as a body-mind therapist. I can't sit on them. I have to get them out, and it's happening today. I mean, just today, a bunch of people signed up for classes that Jeff and I are teaching and signed up to do the mindset clearing with me. I help people to get through blocks, fears that they face, and places that they're stuck, that, yeah, they could probably break through them on their own, but it would take longer. That's why we're here to help each other. And that's why I get up in the morning. That's what I'm put here to do. That's what I'm for. So people call me when they get stuck, when they want to break through stuck places. I have a lot of tools to do that. Besides personal one-on-one coaching and tools that people can use. So right now I'm leading people through mindset clearings, where what we do with those is, those mindset clearings are a 2-hour session with me where we usually go back to childhood where these negative programs were created. Thank you for the likes and loves. I really appreciate that. Gosh, touching me. We go back to where these blocks were created and rewrite those programs, the negative beliefs, the fears, and we rewrite them. There's 2 weeks of preparation. I have 10 hours of John Bradshaw's homecoming videos, DVDs, sent to the people who do this clearing with me as preparation. 10 hours, DVDs that they get to watch to prepare, and other preparations. Takes a week or 2. Then we do the session, the 2-hour regression session. And then there is a year of follow-up exercises that they do, custom designed for them, about a dozen, 10 to 12 exercises designed just for that person that I work with. Maybe you know someone who could use this. Maybe you know someone who's stuck and might like some help getting unstuck. Here's a quick answer for them. I have a free teleclass for people, if you know someone who could use this, a free teleclass at the Facebook event, Fear to Confidence in Minutes. It's a Facebook event. It's only going to be up for 2 more days, that event. So they can go and get their free instant teleclass, Fear to Confidence in Minutes, because it comes down at noon on noon Tuesday. It comes down, the Facebook event. On there is some John Bradshaw video samples that can get people going and start to open up. The other day, someone messaged me that one of the exercises where the child leaves home, leaves the childhood home, and says goodbye to the parents, because it's time to say goodbye to the parents and not be a little child anymore, because we carry our inner child with us, a little immature 5-year-old or whatever age that we're stuck. We carry that with us, and it reacts to life. It might come out as anger, reaction, that like, oh, where did that come from? It might come up as procrastination, not making calls in network marketing. It might come across as a holding back, like I was doing, or might come across as lashing out in anger that isn't me. Where did that come from? So these reactions are that we want to get rid of are our inner child that needs healing. It's calling for help and calling for healing, unresolved things, issues in the past. And when we clear them, we have breakthroughs like Tony Robbins does. That's how he works. And I've been doing this sort of work for 30 years with people. So that's what the mindset clearing consists of. They can get samples of that in the free Facebook event, Fear to Confidence in Minutes. So there's some cool stuff there. It's only going to be up for 2 days. You can send people there who might want to take a look at it. Want to respond to everybody here. Hey, Lucy, thank you. Thank you for offering to come on. Let's see what we have time for here. Ignacio says, tomorrow's the most dangerous word in the world. Yeah. There's only now, right? How am I going to use now? Am I going to accept the present and live in the present? It is such a present. So. And the name of the book, Greg Allen, The Red Key Revolution. If this is backwards, sorry. The Red Key Revolution by Jordan Kemper, Kemper, but you'll get it, Red Key. Just put Red Key Revolution, Amazon, and you'll see it. Or their website is really cool too. I think you better go to Amazon if you want to get the key and all that. If you want a key for yourself, which I certainly did. I want to, and all of it's donated. All of the money goes to a nonprofit for them. And Joe May says, envisioned. Welcome, Kawacha. And welcome, everybody. Tina, so good to see you. And Des Morgan. Everybody's so glad you're here. Thank you. Any comments on any of this, on committing, on significance, on breakthroughs, on service to people beyond ourselves? I'd love to hear any comments that you have, any tips, any realizations that you have, or questions for a coach or network marketing coach. I do coach people in business and life, not just network marketing, but it's fortunate that I can coach life issues too, because they can definitely interfere with network marketing. So very handy to be a network marketing coach and a therapist at the same time. I don't know anybody else doing this actually, but I knew that this was my calling. I was full-time network marketer for years, helped me raise my son as a single mom. After a time my company went out of business, I went into body-mind therapy, went to school, went through the training, brought this back to network marketers, tried a few more companies, didn't feel right, knew it was my calling just to dedicate myself completely to coaching and teaching skills and mindset in network marketing. So that's what I do. Ignacio, thank you for everything. Ignacio's an inspiration to me. Ignacio's in our school, that the MLM Millionaire Club School for Network Marketers that Jeffrey David Gamble and I teach. And I just wanted to say that serving others does not mean skipping ourselves. I just wanted to say that because I've tried that, didn't work. Serving others means including myself. I have a little story about that. A lady visited me one time, a friend, and she saw that I could easily forget myself in taking care of others and being a therapist for others. And so she said, let me tell you a little story. Her little son, Richard, had 3 friends over, and she gave him a handful of jelly beans. She's like, oh, okay, there's some jelly beans. Share with your friends. So 3 friends. He counted 1 for you, 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 and kept going until their hands were full and his hand was empty. He looked at their full hands. He was like 3 or 4. He looked at their full hands, looked at his empty hand, and burst out crying. His mom comes over. She sees what happens, and she goes, okay, takes all the jelly beans back and puts them in his hand. And she says, now count again, but this time count yourself in. That was a story for me, a message to remember to take care of myself as one of the people that I take care of, that I count to just as much. And in fact, I have to put on my oxygen mask first in the airplane before I help my child, right? That's what they tell us. We must take care of ourselves adequately to meet others. But I think it's that the service to life excludes me wasting time or putting things off, getting distracted, overdoing relaxation, forgetting my mission. It excludes those things. So, I need time. We all need time for recharging and relaxation, fun too, of course. Mindset clearings. Yeah, you can find the mindset clearing information at the Facebook event, Fear to Confidence in Minutes. There's a free teleclass waiting for people there, free instant teleclass about clearing your fear and negative beliefs, 3 body-mind techniques to do that real fast and move fear aside in just minutes. There's also some free John Bradshaw videos on Oprah, how he worked with people on Oprah. It's really engaging, you guys, and really will start you getting to think about your inner child and your own childhood and what might be unhealed yet from that we might carry forward in our lives, that we can go back and take care of that business. And that's what I do in the mental clearings that I do with people. Anyone can feel free to message me if they have a question about that, or even if they would like a complimentary coaching session along those lines to learn more about it. So glad to do that. Ignacio, I thank you too for everything. And Darlene, it's easy to forget yourself. Yep. Yes, Darlene, thank you for saying that. It takes awareness. And what are 3 tips to keep generating a positive mindset in network marketing? Okay, Jojo, since you asked, I'll give you 3 tips. 1, don't take things personally. Know that if a person says, I'm not ready at this time, it's not about you, it's about their readiness. Stay in touch with that person. Don't write them off. Don't take it personally. Don't shrink away and say, well, this didn't work. Number 2 tip, talk to a lot of people, because it's always going to be the law of percentages. Keep your vision while you do that so you do not get discouraged. Talk with other people, because I'll tell you, you're going to get people disinterested, and all of a sudden you get a whole avalanche of people that do want to buy your product or join. All of a sudden, you think, where did that come from? Well, that was your karma from all the good energy you did put out before that didn't come back. It might all avalanche you all at once. It might surprise you. But life is smart that way. Life rewards. It keeps track, I think, somewhere, and rewards you for your efforts. So keep going until you are rewarded for those efforts of just talking to people and serving them. Keep your vision and talk with a lot of people so that you can reap the rewards of the law of the percentages. It's like 10% of people or something like that. 20% will join you in your business, your as a customer or recruiter. Okay, number 3 tip is get your skills up to a 10. The 7 skills Eric Worre talks about. Find people, invite them, present to them, follow up, sign them up, train them right, and get them to events. Those 7 skills, get them all up to a 10. So that you get the greater return on your investment for all the work that you put into network marketing. One way I love to teach people in our school. Jeff and I love to teach people, and we have found what I think is the hottest script ever in network marketing, and the one that works the quickest, easiest, fastest, never gets a no, it always gets a yes. We teach that in our Sunday night classes. Now, Jeff and I, next Sunday, not today, but next Sunday, the 16th, December 16th, we are going to do a free class for everybody, welcome to the public, to join and come in and learn this magic script. I call it the hottest script in network marketing. It's the best one I've ever seen. I actually redid my school when I learned it from Jeff so that I could teach this. I think it outpaces any other script ever, ever, ever. We'd love to share that with you. You can go to the Facebook event, World's Hottest Script. I just put that up today. World's Hottest Script. And you can sign up to be notified of the Facebook event. Oops, I better put a sign up thing on there. Okay, so we're going to teach that next Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And that's about the skills. So Jojo, that's my 3 tips. Don't take it personally. Do the numbers, large numbers, cast a wide net so you can take advantage of the law of percentages. And number 3, get your skills up. Does that help? That's my 3 tips. 3 tips. Really enjoyed the key and the visualization exercise you gave. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the key, red for the heart, I think, and the unique cuts. Unlock significance in only ways that you can. I love that. Thank you. World's hottest script. That's the Facebook. Adrian is a member in our school. Adrian is in that class. In fact, Adrian, I wonder if you'd like to speak on that class next Sunday for a little bit. I'll let you know. I'll message you about that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the likes and loves. Thanks for joining in today. Thanks for weighing in. Thanks for your comments. Anybody have a question, tip? You've already left some. Thank you for that. Last chance before I sign off here and go do some more service. Help some more people, because people are counting on you. Make decisions as if someone is always counting on you, because someone always is. How's that? Name of the book, Red Key Revolution, Greg. Red Key Revolution, Jordan Kemper, Kemper. Awesome. Awesome. Let's do it. Let me know if you read it, and if you want to weigh and compare notes with each other, whoever would like to. And there's a Facebook group for it too, Red Key Revolution Facebook group. So a lot of support. Thank you, Darlene. I appreciate you very much. And Ian, welcome. We're just closing out now. If anybody's watching the replay, I love if you type in replay, and I'll post this so y'all can see it. Okay? Whew, that's a lot of stuff. I'll put links to all that stuff. Thank you all for being on. Thank you for your service to life. It's a pleasure being co-workers with life with you. Thank you. Bye-bye.